I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Start.
Well met.
Pick up a few things for supper.
Dead on my feet after they trapped it in.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty. I sleep on my word.
Best quality soldier now.
Want to get the floors mopped, clothes cleaned.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale. Fancy a gander? I've... Fine goods for sale. Always a pleasure.
I'll take on what...
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
agenda? I find goods for sale.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Aye? Have you changed your mind then? Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note and he'll take care of the rest.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you... Forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Harpies, master!
Blame is his weakness.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
What's more, an obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master.
Shall I assist?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Avoid flame at any cost, Griffin. You'll be doused in oil. An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
Indeed, you are correct. Arisen, to me! I shall heal you. Halt. If you please.
This is rather thrilling.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose no trouble. I dare say, the Arisen could have defeated this lot without us. You'll not live to regret this.
With you. This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Seems we've enemies in our midst.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
TRF index boss. You mean I'm about to find a boss? I'm gonna cross a boss in.
Mayhaps it's time I went looking for it.
gizmo.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What might you need?
My magics are at your disposal.
E'er since the reign of Rothace, the founder of Vermund, the village of Malv has played an indispensable role in the defense of our kingdom against the dragon. Yet twice now has the dragon set upon this village, inflicting numerous casualties before being allowed to flee. The fault here lies with you, Ser Ulrika. You have failed in your duty as acting chief.
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has dispatched many of its young hands to the northern stronghold since its completion. Was it not the former consul who decreed that the stronghold should serve to defend the kingdom, with Malv offering aid only where needed? Yet the stronghold has remained entirely silent to our plight. How can you say that the fault is ours to bear?
I know of no such agreement. At the very least, Queen Regent Disa has mentioned naught of the kind.
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare misrepresent the words of the dead? Or do you mean to imply that the Queen Regent has spoken falsely? If so, then Melv's problems run far deeper than I had thought. 'Tis not indolence that has taken root here, but treason. The village entire will answer for this.
It's treason.
What? I intended nothing of the sort. Pray, let us...
Save your honeyed words, traitor. I must inform the Queen Regent of this development.
Shit.
You came to see me? Forgive me, I've much to ponder.
Yeah, you do.
Still, how would you like to stay the night? I've yet to repay you for aught you've done for me. It was by your godly efforts that Malv escaped the worst of the dragon's assault. The people of this village are more precious to me than life itself. To lose them would have been... I wanted to tell you that, if not. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't manage it without a good night's sleep.
Already slept.
Where is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended as a traitor to the kingdom. All who seek to abet her will be tried in turn. Bring her before me at once.
Ulrika is gone.
What?
She stole away in the dead of night. Ask around. Several witnesses can confirm it. I cannot say why for certain, but I imagine she took your words to heart, Overseer. Realizing her plans for rebellion had been found out, she chose to abandon the village, for our sake.
You would have me believe that Ulrika was acting alone? That the rest of the villagers harbor no rebellious intent?
Aye, that's the long and short of it.
Very well. I shall take you at your word, sir. However, the absence of a leader will sow naught but chaos. For the time being, your village will be in our hands. If 'tis as you say.
Ah, there you are. There's aught I would ask of you. It concerns Ulrika. You've heard she fled the village, aye? Though that is the case, she would never truly abandon it. She left the village that she might fulfill her charge, protecting Vermont against the dragon. But as for where she went, I do not know. 'Twould be unwise for me to go looking for her, lest I draw the eyes of the Overseer's troops. However, I can only pray that she does not fall into the Queen Regent's clutches.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Throw cutters. Some shit. That fairy stone, I need that. Reading's fundamental.
Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
To have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs.
You ought to learn when to leave well enough alone. What is it? I'm rather busy if you can't tell.
Off with you.
For talk. Fancy a look at my wares? The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets. Do come again. Well met, sir. How might you...
The other day, I espied an elf. They ill favor living alongside the people of other... I understand their reluctance. They live, not to mention their tongue, is a mystery to us. If you can't...
What am I to do?
What is it you wish to discuss?
What to do? Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes... Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign. I'd go and search for him myself, only... I'm not afraid of monsters. But so I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to
I
find
suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of... I'll need you to watch over.
Do it.
Right.
Let's do it.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Stop blows.
There is a chance of being beset by beasts or brigands in an ox cart, but I'm willing to take the risk to put my feet up.
Fact. Hold up, I'll be right back.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills.
Best viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space at 9JGSYQXC.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. A lightened pack does wonders, doesn't it? Not realised I was carrying so much.
This is generally used as a material.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he could.
A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother. follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
Goblins approach! We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
It is as you say.
That's it!
I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us proceed with caution, keeping an eye on our charge at all times.
I'm just glad to live another day.
Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melv at once. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Pray, follow me. Follow along at your own pace, Master. I shan't leave you behind. Over here, if you please.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too... And I was right. Mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did.
Well, this simplifies matters. We've already got what's required here in our possession. A thief's agility makes them a tricky opponent. Try not to let them get the upper hand.
We need not shrink from going back. We need the strength to prevail over anything.
Is aught troubling you, Master? You seem all right to me.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. I believe I can guide you to the person in question. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Let me get that. Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business, we might allow ourselves a moment's rest.
'Tis as you say.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Such a worry, Walt.
Well done.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
If you were in need, I must serve.
That's everything assembled. A job well done if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching.
We now have all of the requested items in hand. Let us deliver them to Sir Marcus post-haste. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for... Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant! I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
Do we report back now?
Sir Marcus was well pleased, Master. Shall we report our success to Sir Geoffrey? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Stop, love.
Come, I'll lead the way. This way, Master. We have arrived.
Oi, many thanks for passing on that list to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Over here, if you would.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Monsieur Gander, I find goods for sale.
So tired. I kept just about anywhere.
Can't expect to fare so well every day. First, assess the field. Then
My bed, please. Must hold out. Someone comes to believe.
if I sleep on
I'd
my
hasten
word,
home, were this not my duty.
First, assess the field. Then
This bridge has seen better days.
On your guard. Seems there are wolves on the prowl. Ice attacks would only be to its advantage. We'll have to try something else.
Yes, Master. Hasten joy. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
We need only hone our skills, and in time, we shall be indomitable.
There's no great shock to me.
Piss off, I'm sick of looking at you. This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Come on. I grant you roaring flame.
It's my turn to play the hero. Measure of pace could not go amiss.
It seems we have a great one.
Reckless opponent makes
ain't good. I shall heal you at once. Halt, if you please.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Over here, if you please.
Get over. Look this way. So.
way.
Bleeding rogue!
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you.
Perhaps the incident has recalled some of your questions. Threshold? So we'll come back to you later.
These beams are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Listen, you are full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master of that strategy.
Oh well, colour me surprised.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
Aye, you've my gratitude. Here you are. Reckoned I owed you something.
Still too early to set out.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. Master, you are an open book.